Good afternoon, Terry Carney here, and this afternoon I just want to share for a few moments ChatGPT, and I really want to sort of share what I've discovered so far because for small business owners there is a wealth of opportunity here that I think many have still not discovered. Now, there's lots of conversation around ChatGPT. It's going to be integrated with the Bing search engine, but it also stands as a standalone software that you can use in multiple ways. So it's OpenAI technology, it's a conversational chatbot, but it can be used for many tasks within your business. Now, as a small business owner, this is going to be a game changer, and it's going to give you a real opportunity to accelerate creating content, looking at sales material, marketing material, documentation that you need within your business, such as risk assessments, service level agreements. There is a myriad of opportunities here that I've already discovered just with playing with it for a little bit of time myself. So what I want to do is actually take you over to ChatGPT, and I'm going to share it on my screen with you. And I'm just going to give you a few examples of how I've been using it, what I've discovered so far. And if you want to give some feedback, ask some questions, then I'll get back to you if I can during the live or after the live. But I want you to really see the opportunity that is in front of you right now. And I'm going to share the screen so we can explore this a little bit more. So on your screen right now, you're seeing the ChatGPT window. It's in dark mode. You can also have it into a light mode here, so the background goes light. Preferring the dark mode myself at this point in time. And when I first sort of discovered ChatGPT, I was using it in a very simplistic way, as in, can you write me a letter about X, and could you put together some sales emails that describe what I do to this type of audience? I really wasn't understanding the true potential and what you've got to do in terms of prompting this piece of kit to really get you to where you need to be. So I'm going to give you some examples, and I've been playing around with this over the last few days just so I can show you really how I've used it to create things like you're seeing on screen now, tables, etc. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to recreate this in front of you right now so you can actually see how it can be used. And again, it is very much about the prompting part of this. So whatever you put into the area here that defines your search start is really gonna give you back the information that you want. And you can ask for it to set a tone, so it could be in a satirical manner, a humorous manner, it could be an executive voice. You can create the whole piece here. So here, in this particular sort of search that I'm putting in now, create a series of Facebook posts that offer small business owners tips, advice and ideas on how to create more sales. So what we're going to do now is leave ChatGPT to start doing its work. Now, I'm actually on the Plus version of ChatGPT. There is a free version. If you go to Plus, it's working in what they call a turbo mode. So turbo works quite quicker, faster, and it's producing better results over the free version. Now, it's $20 a month, and for the use that I get and the things that I'm doing, it really is worth every penny. So you can see here, while we're talking away, it's under a minute so far. And we've got, based on this offering tips and advice for small business owners, we're getting different posts coming in that we could actually now put out onto Facebook. Obviously, you've got to look at the post, you've got to check them yourself, make sure that you're happy with them. And create images that go with them. It's still an element of checking here. This isn't going to do everything for you, but as you can see right now, we're into post 10, still keeps going, it's still producing the posts, and there we are, it's finished. So I've now got 10 posts. We've now got 10 posts that ChatGPT has created for me that I can work through. So very simplistic use of what that was about. So I'll show you even more detailed stuff with it now in terms of create, or let's look at, and I'm doing this completely live as we go, so anything can happen. So give me, let's have a little look at this. Give me 10 fears that small business owners have and the solutions for those in a table. There we go. So let's have a little look at that. We're going to pump that into ChatGPT, and here it goes. So fear of failure. There we go. Accept that failure is a natural part of entrepreneurial journey, etc. Fear of financial instability, and there we go. There's our chart of fears and solutions being produced in front of you. Now, once you've got a stream like this going within ChatGPT, you can actually ask it further questions after creating this particular table. So what we'll do next is we're going to take that table and perhaps put it into a guide, and ChatGPT will take the information we've created so far in this thread, in this particular chat, and it will produce a guide based on this. So there we go. There's our table of fears and solutions. So with something like this, you could build this into your posts again for Facebook. You could build it into an article, a blog. Now, blogs are really a big opportunity, and creating content in the right way with ChatGPT is one of the biggest opportunities that small business owners have. It means you can write some really good content based around asking the right questions, creating the right prompts to give you some really good content. But there is a caveat to this. Google is aware of AI content, and you need to make sure that you put this through AI detectors, would you believe it, to detect the content and understand, does it look human, does it look like it's been created by AI, because AI content put into your website in the form of articles and blogs especially is going to have a backwards effect for you. So Google is looking for this stuff and seeing if it's human written or if it's AI, and I'll show you a way around that shortly, so stick with me here and I'll show you that a bit towards the end, how you can actually address the issue of being detected of using AI. So here we go. So I'm working with the other screen, so if I look away to the left, I'm just working with that screen on my left. You can see here we've got a lovely table of fears, solutions created. So what I'm going to ask ChatGPT to do now is create a guide based on this table of fears and solutions. So we'll see what it comes up with. Just change table there. There we go. And we'll see what it comes up with now. So sure, here it comes back to us. Here is a guide of fears and solutions. So hopefully you're now seeing in this live broadcast this working right in front of you within seconds, producing content that is going to help you, at least start the process of creating guides, content, Facebook posts, articles, blogs, etc. Because there's nothing worse than just looking at a plain screen and not knowing where to start. Now, this is giving you a great starting block, and to all intents and purposes, it's actually creating the content in a whole for you, but you do need to check that, and as I say, I'm going to come back to the checking element of it shortly, and I'll explain a little bit more about prompts so you can understand how you're prompting this, because the more detailed your prompt, the better the information. So it's still writing our guide as I'm speaking away now, and it's doing that work for me. Create some really good content here that I can read as I'm looking to the left here and running through it. Hopefully, you small business owners are now seeing the power of having this technology at your fingertips to help and assist you in many of your business tasks. Now, it's going to be great for your marketing, your sales, writing documentation, write risk assessments, service level agreements. There's lots of stuff that you can do with this. So it is a phenomenal piece of kit for saving time and obviously money. It doesn't mean it replaces professionals in certain areas, but it certainly challenges what that professional can produce for you and how you can work with particular professionals to get the best out of content, documentation, etc. that you're producing. So there's our guide now created, and it's quite incredible really what that's produced. So one of the other elements that I was exploring myself last night, and let's see if we've got this within here. So I worked for a whole strategy, so I'm going to do this search again for you so you can see this actually happen live. So looking at creating more courses for you small business owners out there to help you grow, basically, get more sales, achieve better marketing results, etc. So I was looking at new courses I could create. So I pumped into ChatGPT. Could you give me an outline for a course that would teach small business owners how to gain more sales, grow their businesses without spending lots of money and wasting time? So I put that to ChatGPT, and here it goes. It's going to write the outline of my course. Now, what this is going to enable me to do is to look at the structure of what it's putting together and feels that I should put as a course together for small business owners. And this is going to be like my guide, my plan. Now, previously, I would have spent weeks working this out, researching, and that's another great area for ChatGPT, is the research element and looking at competitors, what's happening in the world today, what information's out there. It's endless, but this piece here is now writing a lovely complete course for me that is really my plan to creating that course, creating the videos, the content, the downloadable elements, the PDFs, etc., the videos. So again, that's written within seconds. Done. It's there, and we're ready to go. So I want to come back to what I was talking about in terms of writing articles. So if we go to a new chat, we'll have a look at a new chat, and let's look at writing a blog. So write an article in an executive tone. Bear with me a sec. Executive tone for small business owners on, let's have a little think, the challenges of cash flow. I think we're putting to it because a big subject we always talk about, cash flow. So let's see what the article is. And that's a very basic prompts I've put in there, by the way. Some of the prompts, and I'll share something on prompts, as I say, with you in a moment. So now this is writing in the article that we could use as a blog, as a LinkedIn article, and again, you could ask this to now create a post for LinkedIn. So it'll create a post based on the content. You could then ask it to create Facebook posts, etc. And on this will go in terms of being able to take this initial thread into other content, other information that you can impart online. So it's writing this article now, and what I want to show you next is, once this article is completed, how you've just got to look at the way around the AI detectors, because blog posts are still going to have your input and checking, because if Google is looking at this and seeing a lot of AI content, it is going to cause problems for your indexing of your website, your SEO, etc. And again, when you're taking this type of content, you're going to have to input your own internal links, external stuff that you want to put in there, images, linking to product areas, article areas within your website to make sure that this is all working in the right way for SEO and the way a good article should work on a website. And if you don't know how that works and how you should be putting that together, then join me on the Take Action Academy page on Facebook, which is a group page. So it's the Take Action Academy. Search it on Facebook, join the group, and we talk about stuff like that, so you can learn a little bit more about the things that you should be thinking about. So here we go. We've got our article. So we could copy and paste this. And one of the big things that I've actually found when copy and pasting is that you have to take the formatting out, otherwise you could get some very strange flows. So I'm going to copy this over, and now we're going to look at the element of checking how this is reading. So we're going to open up a detector. Let's see if we can get that text in now. It perhaps doesn't want to take it right now. Bear me a second. We'll see if we can get it into the detector again. It's not letting me in at the moment, so live stuff, technology happens. So what we need to do at the moment, so you should edit your text. It's actually probably detected this text already. Apologies, that's what I think it's doing. It's actually picking up the text that I've just copied and not pasted yet. So what we will do is look at a way around that to resolve the problem of the AI detection. And what we'll do now is open up a little bit of software that is called Quillbot. Now, Quillbot enables me to actually put into its software the content that I've written and actually do a check. So I'm just going to have to verify my email. So just let me verify that email if that's coming, so we can do that and get that through. That's still not in at the moment. So as you're seeing, lovely ways of working with technology. Here we go. Right, we've put that text into there. Let's move that out. So that text is now in there. We're going to hit the paraphrase button, and this is rewriting it. Now, one of the big things that you've got to do, so when you're using Quillbot, so you're going to have to get Quillbot as part of this process of writing your articles, you're going to have to check how this is rewriting and what it's looking at. And what we'll do here is we'll copy this down. So this is now rewritten, and what it's trying to do is take out the AI element. We're going to go back to the detector. We're going to paste that into there, and we're going to see how it detects the AI. And there you are. It's suddenly looking at it as 100% human generated content. That is how you take AI content and put it back into a structure that Google will not see and think as human content. So there you are, a quick overview of ChatGPT, how it's working, what it can do for you. Just loading it back in so you can see it again. Really need to focus on using this, guys, and looking at it, especially small business owners. It's going to lead a lot of opportunity for you to actually create really good content that, you know, it's going to speed up your life. You're going to be able to produce this stuff really quickly. You're going to have to do some checking, get used to it. You're going to have to understand about how to create prompts, and I'll share some links wherever I'm posting this video. It's going out on the group, the Sales Remedy Facebook page, and LinkedIn. Where this is appearing, I'll put some links in there so you can see the sites that I've just been using, because one of the big areas, and I'll just take you into awesome prompts. This is something that I've been learning from, and this will give you, you know, a quick overview of the type of prompt. So act as an English translator and improver. There's lots of stuff in here. This can also scarily write script that you can use in websites and for creating forms and all sorts of stuff. It will create macros for Excel documents. It's endless. Once you know how to prompt and work with the actual software, it will give you the results that you're seeking. So let's have a look. Act as a travel guide, storyteller, the list goes on. These are the ways that you've got to understand how to write prompts, and when you look at these prompts, I mean, this is quite an in-depth prompt here that's, you know, been put together to get some real detail in a certain way. So understand the prompts, how to put that together. That's going to make your life of using ChatGPT a lot better. People are using it way too basic at the moment. So write me a sales email on my new product that resolves X. Well, you need to write that type of email to a certain demographic. There may be more detail that you need to put in there to get that type of sales email, sales pitch, presentation, all these bits that you can write with ChatGPT in the right format. So I hope you found this quick overview of ChatGPT interesting. These are very early days. It only launched back in November. It's already got over 1 million subscribers. There's a free version, and again, I'll be putting all these links into wherever you're seeing the video so you can get to these sites. There's a free version, there's the paid version, which for $20 a month I think is absolutely worth every penny, and saving me lots of money and time and really helping me push things forward. The other areas, the checkers that you need to use, the AI checkers, there's several of those out there. I'll share the one that I'm using. I've put it on as a Chrome extension, so it's always there, as you just saw on the Chrome page. And there you go. Great way to start creating more content, getting solutions, answers, researching, lots and lots of stuff with ChatGPT. Going to keep up updating on this and looking at what it's doing for me. Again, no expert sitting here, just someone who understands the power of this type of technology and how to harness that and use it for sales and marketing, and especially for small business owners. It's absolutely a golden prize. It really is. So just go and start using it, start looking at how you work with it, get your prompts right, don't keep it basic, get in depth, really break down what you're trying to write and put together. And I think you're going to find the journey quite interesting. It actually becomes quite an addictive process of putting information into it. It's not a search engine. Don't start using it as a search engine. Use it as a chat piece that will give you information. So it's like talking across a table to someone and saying, can you give me some detail on boom, 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 and back comes that detail. Start to use it, start to play with it, give me some feedback, post where you see these videos, where you're connected with me, and tell me your experiences and what you're doing, and let's help one another to make ChatGPT part of the team in our small businesses.